Uh, Welcome everybody to my home chat, the ones that are listening. So this segment is going to be on my thoughts of closing down bar tops and also maybe potential casino openings. I don't think they're going to do that. The governor doesn't want to close the casinos again, but I do think that he wants to lay down strict measures. Okay, number one, social distancing, face masks, okay, and also congregating at these bars. And point being is this, okay, this is what we're going to talk about today. And also, in addition to that, okay, not coming to the bar. All right, now this is pertaining to bars that don't serve food. But whether you do or you don't, okay, you cannot come to the even come to that bar area, let alone play any video poker or casino games. So I'm going to play this little clip, all right, from KNTV. This came out actually July 10th. So about this mandate that it came in effect actually that night at 12 a.m.
Well, Todd, the words we heard over and over again from bar owners today: disappointed, devastated, and shocked. And while many of these bar owners will be able to keep their businesses open past the deadline tonight because they sell food, they say that if they have to close their bar tops, they won't be able to have gaming, which will cut into their business the most.
Because we did it right and because 20% did it wrong, we're losing out.
Roger Sachs, owner of Steiner's Pub's 3 locations in Vegas, says while it's great to be able to have their restaurants open, taverns operate on a different model with lower price points on food and drinks.
It's hard for us to make money even at the 50% level. What we need is our bar tops open and our games to be able to be played.
Sachs says 50% of Steiner's revenue comes from gaming. He says at many bars, gaming can be as much as 80%. At the 11 Distill and Remedy locations around town, gaming is a huge revenue generator.
It is going to devastate our...
All right, I don't know what happened there, but real quick here, let me see. I'm going to go back to that video.
Nevada homeowners, if you have a power meter like this on the side of your house, you
Okay.
can qualify to a...
Okay, that's fine. All right, but just to finish that off, I'm going to do that manually. Okay, they did mention that the bars are 80%. Okay, up to 80% of the profit on bar tops and so forth, or bars that have these gaming and so forth, and they do make a lot of money and they pay out a lot of money. So they have to make a lot of money, and unfortunately those businesses are closed. And they were talking about Steiner's. Actually, I've been to Steiner's before because this is the one on Buffalo and Vegas, because the owner, he was a Redskins fan and I like the Washington Redskins and so forth. So yeah, these guys are losing out. Now there's a lawsuit that many of the bars that were in compliance want to do against the governor, because they don't think this unfair. That is fair. They think it's unfair, and for the governor to leave or to concoct a blanket like a mandate and so forth. So, and they do have a case. Okay, this article here is from the Reno Gazette Journal. Okay, so it's rumored that many of the casinos may be closing. Okay, but I don't think that's going to happen. What I do think the governor wants, then that's our governor, Governor Sisolak, for reading this article, is he wants a 95% compliance. And I believe that it was, when I checked yesterday, it was like a 65, maybe 75% compliance. And from doing the other research from other podcasts, that he wants to do a reevaluation on July to 24th. And this also amid the the spike in COVID cases over July 4th holiday, okay, which is, they say during that week prior to that, okay, like 900 cases a day. So they thought it was something like about 24,000, okay, cases as of July the 7th, somewhere around 24,000. Now the case did drop to about 700, and I did a video like that before. You could check out that other video I did, okay, on that. So I believe by the 24th, then he should, that's the governor, that is, should have a fair assessment of compliance. That's from the OSHA. And also by then, a lot of these cases will go down per 100,000. It has to be a certain amount per 100,000. And they're going to make a decision from there. I believe that the bars will open again on the 25th. I believe that the masks are probably going to be grounded as well, but only for a couple of months. I believe we'll be right back in them probably by probably the very late part of September. That's what I believe. But you know, most politicians, all right, state and federal politicians, are, their ages average is about 64 years old, so they can't be in these masks for long. And with a nationwide heat wave, where it's even 85, 90 degrees, even like in North Dakota, Idaho, all right, Maine, and so forth. So that's going to be interesting on what they're going to do with that. I really don't see the big deal. Also, the governor has also had emphasized the importance of wearing masks at pools and so forth. That he did say that if you're not really in the pool swimming, or if you're in the gym and you're not doing a specific workout, that you should have your mask on, okay, from going one place or another, to be mindful of that. Okay, so I guess he's very, very serious to that, about that. And he did say that he has no problems closing everything back down again. Okay, but I think what he wants is full cooperation. And I could tell you myself, from doing these videos in these casinos, a lot of the bars are doing a lot of stupid stuff. Okay, not all of them, not all, but some will play music or jukebox music and so forth. Then you get people dancing. Then there may be tourists or friends that'll hear about, yeah, well, they're allowed to dance or this and that. They'll come and they'll flock this particular bar. All right, next thing you know, it's a big fiasco, okay? And next thing you know, all right, after that, 2 days later, then you'll have some COVID cases and so forth, okay? How many? I don't know. But I don't really think that it's feasible for people to have a COVID case over some bar, some makeshift bar, okay? Quite frankly, that's BS. So now it's one thing that when these states, okay, and not just Nevada, these states that open back up and where people congregate, that the cases are going to naturally spike up, okay? But I just think that it's stuff like what I was telling you about these bars, these makeshift bars, and too many people in these bars. But you don't have the law enforcement authorities, you don't have the security, okay, they're not doing what they're supposed to do from what I see. All right, as far as in making sure people social distance and walking around in groups of 5 or 10 people, like in a space or whatever, let's say in a restaurant. All right, they're not doing their job. Okay, I was at a Walmart today, okay, and let's just say you got cops over there just chilling, where there's probably tons of people are in the park playing basketball or at the park or whatever in large groups, okay? And these law enforcement, many of them, okay, and other security authorities are not doing their job. And this contributes on why we are having these cases. This is in Fox 5. Okay, this also talks about when the bars will be open, okay? So let's just go over that real quick.
Dixie to go cups are built sturdy, so when Mark's daughter gets a boo-boo, He can swoop in like a true boo-boo ninja. Dixie to go.
Most Clark County bars are now closed once again per a directive from Governor Sisolak issued Thursday. Now, all the areas you can see on this map behind me are seeing a rise in cases, so the same rules apply in Elko, Humboldt, Lander, Lyon, Nye, and Washoe County as well. But we say most bars were forced to close down because there's still some confusion about who does and who doesn't have to under these new latest guidelines.
Bars in certain counties in Nevada will be returning to similar restrictions laid out in Phase 1.
This means most bars purely focused on serving alcohol either have to close down entirely or do curbside pickup. But according to the governor, the rules are different for, quote, bars that serve food. The owner of Rebar Downtown says that's why you're seeing some places try to wiggle around those rules this weekend.
Even though we've served food at Rebar since the day we opened, we technically don't have a restaurant license. And the way that I read the paper that was sent out by the governor, it's that bars or taverns that do not have a restaurant license should not be allowed to be open right now.
The official wording in the directive says bars, pubs, taverns, breweries, distilleries, and wineries, quote, not licensed to serve food shall close and remain closed.
So I think there's a lot of places that are just maybe serving some chips or hot dogs and staying open, which is kind of shocking to somebody like me who reads and interprets the rule as if you don't have proper restaurant licensing to serve food, you cannot stay open.
Derek's found a way to generate business despite the restrictions in the past. The website they launched for curbside pickup is still up and running, and Rebar's rear patio is actually shared with Derek's other business, Davies.
We'll also reopen our restaurant sites. So we have two bars. One of them has both the restaurant license and a bar license. So it's able to open, and it will reopen in a couple weeks.
Derek says they will make it through this, but it's tough, and he's frustrated that bars following the rules are being clumped in and punished alongside the ones who aren't.
It's not easy to be a business owner right now, but if you can do it like how we were, we should be able to continue operating. But with that said, it would make sense to just focus on the businesses that might not be in compliance rather than just a blanket closure of a certain type of business.
Derek says he does expect to see some of those bars trying to operate this weekend by serving food to get shut down over the next few days. And like you just heard him say, he wished the ones breaking the rules would be punished rather than all bar owners, even the ones doing things the right way.
Okay, that's enough right there. But I think that probably some bars should be looking at doing curbside all along. If they were smart, they would have looked at doing something like that. Some are going to try to go to restaurants so they can serve beers and so forth, or wines or liquors, just to make a little bit of money. But it's just one of the things, I guess, that people that like to do this type of stuff need to sit out until they can get full compliance and so forth. So this is really what it's all about: compliance and accountability. And I hope you guys like this video. All right. If you like this channel or you like this video and the channel as well, subscribe, check out some of the other videos, tell your friends, like and share. All right, till next time, ladies and gentlemen.